All right, so it is time. So I have to talk about this. LeBron James got eliminated from the playoffs, and yeah, just you see Westbrook getting eliminated. You see Kawhi Leonard and also George on the verge of being eliminated from the playoffs as well. It's it's really here are the notable players that are have been eliminated or on the verge of being eliminated. Westbrook, Damian Lillard, Jimmy Butler, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, and you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving. So what is really going on? The guys who are advancing in the playoffs is Devin Booker. It's probably going to be Luka, Nikola Jokic, who also is the MVP of this year. Michael Porter Jr., who's the runner-up for Most Improved Player of the Year, and he's looking like a future star. Trae Young, Ja Morant. Well, he got to the playoffs. He beat out Stephen Curry and the Warriors. Giannis, Embiid, and Ben Simmons advanced through the playoffs this year, and it's really just the old guard are being taken over by the new guard. So here's the biggest mistake people are going to make this offseason. They're going to load up on LeBron, Kevin Durant. They're going to load up on James Harden, maybe a little bit. But they're going to load up on Stephen Curry, and they're like, yeah, they're going to win a championship. That's not going to happen. Um, maybe next season there's a one off, but these guys are getting old, and you should be buying these young guys now because you're missing the biggest opportunity in basketball sports cards history because all the modern stuff is depressed. Most stuff is going down, but modern stuff is taking a major hit when these young stars are overly exceeding expectations. If there is a reason to be buying, it's now is the time it's going to be buying, and people are going to regret it. And October, this time, around October time frame, sports cards, especially when it comes to basketball, is going to be at its height, and you're going to regret it. It's going to be really, really sad because people are going to have their money in safe investments and they're going to be watching this other stuff go insane because all these new people and international people coming into the hobby, and they aren't going to be very happy. It's really, 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 really sad. But I hope people and this is gonna happen not just with basketball. You're seeing the changing of the guard with basketball, and obviously LeBron and Kevin Durant long term can't go wrong. Obviously the young guys can get hurt, yada 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 yada. However, if you're trying to flip or short term investment or just a year investment, these young guys are. It's time to buy now. You can buy the higher end stuff for much cheaper prices, and I think it'd be worth it. And then you eventually gonna see that in hockey, where you're gonna see the Connor McDavid's take over. You're gonna see it in football. You saw a bit with Patrick Mahomes, but you're gonna see it with Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Josh Allen. You're gonna see it with Lamar Jackson. Tom Brady is not gonna dominate forever. LeBron James isn't gonna dominate forever. None of these guys are gonna dominate forever. I mean, even you're starting to see it in tennis. Roger Federer is not going to dominate forever. Rafael Nadal dominating. Novak Djokovic dominating. Younger guys are taking over. Yeah, Phil Mickelson won. He surprised, and you may see that again next year with basketball. LeBron may surprise people. Kawhi may surprise people. Kevin Durant may surprise people, but it's not going to be this year. It's not going to be this year. Um, and in the future, it belongs for the younger guys, and the older guys are going to be figuring something else out to do out and figuring out just retirement. And we're going to see this in UFC. Um, we're going to see this, as a matter of fact, if John Jones fights Francis Ngannou. I'm betting on Francis Ngannou. I am willing to bet on the younger people now. And log this, archive it, time to buy now, sell in October.